All right, there's no way to sugarcoat this because, folks, it's been nuanced and sugarcoated and talked around for way too long. It's time to get real when we actually talk about sex.
Yeah, podcast launched this summer by one of the most respected voices in talk radio is all about talking about sex, and it's hosted by former KARE 11 political reporter and current NPR mid-morning host Kerri Miller.
And just that idea shocked me, but it also ignited my curiosity. Why on earth would Kerri Miller do this? And what on earth could be the content in this podcast? So today I asked Kerri, why are you talking about sex?
For a dozen years, she's tackled every subject one can think of. Well, every subject but one.
Intelligent, kind, smart conversation about sexuality between couples, between friends. Let's talk about it. Why not?
It's fair to say Kerri Miller digs in deepest where the void is the largest, which is how she got to this passion project.
If a woman is intelligent, if a woman has a big, full life, but also cares about sexuality, we don't really know what to do with that, which is why I think a lot of women don't talk about it, which is really how this started. There's a hunger for an intelligent kind of conversation about this. But what you find in podcasts, in online discussion, in television, a lot in radio, is the lowest common denominator discussion about sexuality.
The Smart Sex Podcast is just that. It's smart. It's trying to get rid of the stigma. It sheds the shame. And it's just an honest discussion with national experts and Kerri about the one thing we all have in common, but don't ever dare bring out into our conversations.
I want to think about questions I never really knew I had. I want to think about things that I would only tell my best friend. I want to ask a question that maybe I'd be a little embarrassed to ask my doctor about.
You gotta know, this is pretty brave stuff, I think, for Kerri, which is one thing I had to get into, because going into this topic, after decades of knowing her to bring it in conversations about news and politics, that had to come with some risk.
Did you worry what Smart Sex would do to your brand?
I did. A lot of conversation about that, and a lot of soul searching about that. What I did was trust the audience. I think the audience can see that I'm bringing the same curiosity and interest and skill and conversational skill to this topic that I bring to anything.
At a few months in, Kerri has thousands listening to these podcasts. Both of the live events she's hosted talking about it sold out. So, truth be told, it is something people want to know about, to talk about, even if the discomfort still remains all around it.
But isn't it okay to be uncomfortable?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I've had my squirmy moments. Absolutely. I've done interviews where I've thought, oh, that's a bridge too far. And then I thought, grow up.
You know, I read once that women spend half of our lives learning things and then the second half trying to unlearn those things. Sex, for so many of us, may fall under that learning-unlearning cycle. And like with anything that generates discomfort, safe, open discussion might lessen that. So think of this podcast as just that, a safe space to listen, question, talk, and slowly, perhaps, the topic becomes less scary. Now, it should be known, this is not an NPR project. This is something that Kerri did on her own. It's a passion project with another friend of hers, so this is not associated with Minnesota Public Radio. And she has one of those events, those public events that she has next Thursday. They're having it because they've gotten so much conversation from men that want to be led into this. So it's 50 couples with a panel of experts asking questions.
This show has really run the gamut, hasn't it?
Today we really have.
From sports to men's mental health to sex.
Yes.
You can get everything you need here on BTN.
Not yet. We're not done yet. We're going to have pets.
That's right.